Finally, they found someone alive. A 30-year-old woman, dusty and disorientated but conscious, was pulled from the remains of her apartment building in Mandalay. The sight of a survivor prompting applause. As she was taken out on a stretcher, her husband embraced her, overwhelmed with relief. Late on Sunday evening, footage emerged of a very different rescue. A pregnant woman was recovered from a collapsed building also in Mandalay, but she was pronounced dead a short time later. There is destruction across the Burmese city, including at this monastery, where monks looked on in horror at the holes drilled to find buried victims. A group of around 200 monks had been sitting an exam inside when the earthquake struck. More than a dozen bodies have been located beneath a thick layer of concrete. This woman is desperate for news of her brother, who is among the missing. The men trying to recover a body from this destroyed building were suddenly running for their own lives, panicked by a strong aftershock on Sunday afternoon. A picture is emerging of a country torn apart by a cruel force of nature. The roads on which aid is trying to reach the worst-hit areas are almost impassable. And hospitals are struggling to deal with the number and severity of casualties. Myanmar's 4-year-long civil war had already created a humanitarian crisis.
It is an immense challenge, and it is basically an emergency on the top of the emergency, and a crisis on the top of the crisis.
In Bangkok, the death toll from a collapsed skyscraper has entered double figures. The Thai authorities say it is the worst recovery operation they have faced.
Rescue workers have told us that there is a deep hole beneath this massive mound of rubble, so they are still hopeful that people might be found alive. But the volume of concrete they are having to sift through and remove to reach any potential air pocket makes this a race against time to find any more survivors.
Rescues like this of a woman lifted from deep inside the wreckage of a hotel in Mandalay have shown people there is still hope. Debbie Edward, ITV News, Bangkok.